Okay, we're away at Bathurst. 1 hour race, timed race. The opening laps of this race were pretty intense and like a sprint race. We got clean driver in 3 in the Mazda. Sort of balks a little bit, goes backwards. So I find myself up into 4th. Mad Maxwell behind me, clean driver's gone back to 6th in that shuffle. American Max P7. It might have been his first race here. Nichols, Moneyman, Dave. Dilly, another American. Zach, another American who's just come to grief there. Jezza, I think this is his 2nd time around here with us in TC. I know Miller and Puma took off at the front. Miller's not going to give up here. He's going to take the inside line, I think. No, he has to settle. Maybe he doesn't settle. So again, inside line, does it work for him this time? It does. So all that battling just brought us all up together. Dimmick's now charged into P2. Puma's gone back 1, I'm in P4. Mad Maxwell's come up to 5, clean driver's in there. On board with Mad Maxwell. So we've got D-Mock leading the pack here with Miller and Puma close behind. We'll sort of bunch up here. This is where it sort of turns into a 5 or 6 car freight train for a couple of laps. Puma's pretty twitchy back up there in 3. Clean driver's Hugh. View behind him from American Max. So we've got this 7-car freight train at the moment. Nichols is a little bit further back, leading the... Well, he's just in front of Dilly. Then Zach's further back. Jezza's just getting past Zach. This week. So So a lot of us would be trialling out the cars that we're probably going to use in manufacturers. I know I certainly am. Moneyman's always quick, unusual for him to be at the back of the pack. He's got a bit of damage on the front, so that might be slowing him down a bit too. Up front, Dimmick's got a bit of a gap. Miller's there, a bit of pressure being applied on Puma by myself. I've got Max all over the back of me as well. So Max comes up, gives me a bit of a bump draft along. I'm running on mediums, Miller's on mediums, Puma's the same, everyone's on mediums up the front by the look of it. Max is on softs. Clean Driver's got a bit of damage, he's on mediums. Soft on American Max with damage. And then Dilly Dilly softs, Nichols, Jezza, Moneyman on mediums, and then we've got TC on hards, as is Zach. So a couple of different strategies there. So Max has made a passing move on myself. Some reason the livery is missing on my car, and I assume that's applicable to a few others. So my original strategy coming into this race was to fuel conserve, but having so much fun here in this pack, it was still pretty much a sprint race, hard as we can. Max just can't quite get the job done on Miller here. So Puma's catching up to the back of Dimmick here. Calling him Dimmick, but I think it's D-Mock. Sorry, D-Mock. Puma makes a move. D-Mock's a pretty cagey racer as well. He knows when to put up a fight and when not to. Long way to go in the race. Usually about 27 laps. We will skip forward. We won't be showing all 27. Just wanted to show these opening laps. Bit wide there, Fury. So this is the view as I race. see a little bit off Mad Maxwell here. Try and draw in and maybe repay the bump draft favour. Not going to happen on the straight. Close up nicely here. Goes wide, lets Miller through. Bump draft here on Maxwell. D-Mock got a bad run out of there by the look of it. So another bump draft here. And we both get through here. Got to keep tight so not to run D-Mock off track. On board with D-Mock now. You can see his fuel load's a little bit better than mine. Oh, he's hit the wall a couple of times there. So he's dropped a little bit of time off. So looking at his fuel load, he's probably about a third of tank. I'm quite low, down to a quarter. Maxwell's probably a little bit better. So we'll have my strategy is come off the mediums straight onto the hards. So we'll jump forward a few laps here now. So we're back here at lap 16. I came in on lap 14. 8 and 14 for tyre change and fuel, and then the safety car got called, so I came back in on lap 15, just topped up with fuel, so that got me into 4th place, not knowing what the other cars around. I think Miller was similar strategy to me, the 2 in front. Quite on softs yet, whereas I was. Nichols has moved over to softs. Moneyman Doe's gone mediums again. Puma soft. I think you'll find Mad Maxwell's on mediums. Oh, he ran softs first off. Clean driver. D-Mock's gone over as to softs, as has Zach and Jezza. So Jezza's just catching up to the pack here now. Miller's got control, keeping circa 100k an hour until we form up. So once we get to the final corner, we'll go racing again. So here we are, we're off again, lap 17, 10 laps to go generally. So TC's up in P2, he's played a pretty strategic game to get to there. Then myself into 3. Moneyman Dave is jostling with Nichols by the look of it. Nichols trying to get up the inside, doesn't quite work. Gets out of shape a bit. Then American Max. Puma's back in 7th. So I don't know whether strategy didn't work for him or he's had some other issue. Dilly Dilly, followed by Mad Maxwell. And then we've got D-Mock back there as well. Clean Driver back in 11. Gets past quite easily there. Oh, someone's gone off. American Max backs up the driveway and away he goes. So Miller's taken off. First lap on green, he's taken off. Set himself a nice gap there. TC gives me room, so I get by, thanks TC. And that'll be the benefit of being on softs versus medium tyres. So I'm up after Miller now. At the same time trying to do a little bit of a fuel save. So Moneyman Dave's also an Aston Martin. Mad Maxwell the same. Good to see some Americans joining us in the race as well. So we'll jump forward towards the end of the race now. So I came in and pitted at lap 23. Took on some fuel, hopefully enough fuel to get me home. Miller also did the same. He put in a bit more fuel than me, as you can see on his fuel dial. Mad Maxwell's carrying a bit of damage. He's going to need to top up a fuel before he gets home, I would think. So everyone's playing the strategy thing now to see how much fuel they can use. So there'll be a bit of leaning off on mixture. Jez is just coming out of the pits. Probably put on too much fuel there, but it's not going to run out like some of the others that do. So darkness is descending at the moment. It's not too bad. So let's get forward again. Here we are, lap 26, getting quite dark now. I'm starting to think about managing my fuel, leaning off. Got Miller quite close behind. He's got plenty of fuel. I'm touch and go. Puma's good. Zach's in P4, but he's low on fuel. He'll be lucky to make that lap, so he'll need to come in again. TC's touch and go. He'll be leaning off, I would think. So it's all about preservation of fuel here. Dimmick, I think, might be a bit low. Moneyman's probably the same. Mad Maxwell's borderline, I think. American Max is going to be low. And Jesuit's good, as we said. So due to the darkness, we'll go on board now. So we're on board with Miller. Just see my car in front. Lap time is. So this should be the start of the final lap here. Miller's fine on fuel. Jump forward and show you the fuel in my car. I'm in the red, so I am now managing fuel, leaning right off, but at the same time trying to manage some speed to keep in front of Miller. So about this point I've dialed it right back. Try and go a little bit leaner across the top of the mountain, try and go full fuel down the mountain where I need the speed. So Pume is good for fuel, Nichols is good, Dilly will make it. Nichols is good. TC's just hit the wall there. It is hard at night time. D-Mock's just going to make it, I'd say. Moneyman Dave's going to be touch and go. Mad Max, he's out of fuel. As is American Max. As is Zach. And Jez has come in for a top up. Or he's going to finish in the pits. So here I am, coming through the chase. That's how close Miller is to me. I've just run out of fuel. So Miller's gone past. And I'm just getting through on reserves here now. So what was a good race? I lost it with the fuel. Good luck to Miller, he played it well. So across the line for P2. Pume just gets across the line fuel-wise in 3. Looks like Dilly's going to make it, is he? Yes, he makes it. P4 only just. Nichols gets there for 5. TC storms home in 6th. D-Mock's got some fuel.